for you.
I just might be. I just might, like, both or all or something. Not
I
going
don't
anywhere.
actually like beer.
Oh, I'm not going anywhere.
Whoa. Weird. I should probably get like adjusted my grip or something, but like the back of my hand was like feeling weirdly numb for a second there with the.
Back of your hand?
Yeah, it was weird. Not sure.
It's that carpal tunnel.
I fucking hope not. I haven't done anything with my right hand. The only hand that I tend to get carpal tunnel syndrome shit is my left. And
Yes,
that's because
holy
of my
late night.
fucking
You're
elbow
absolutely right.
shit.
How was the game? Oh shit, Winton.
I'll sit there and I'll go tappy tap tap for hours and my fingers will go fucking numb and I go, oh shit. Stop.
Be more disciplined.
No, just because I rest with my wrist.
Oh yeah.
My like lower arm, like kind of sitting on my desk a little bit.
Mm.
I'm one of those people that I sit at my desk and work like this half the time. With my mouth sideways. You know, like forward, back, left, right. It's like
oh.
I don't know why I do that. But yeah, like, and then I'm reaching across. It's weird. I don't know why I do that.
It's more just a scene. Game was good. Oh, it was a loss. Fuck. I heard they won their first game, so that's good at least. Oh man, yeah. For me, half. I don't know if I just like lost the bolts or what, but the right side of my chair is not bolted into like the frame. So usually, like I'm like leaning over like. I don't know where it is.
Kill you.
You know. Well, what's another TBI?
TBI.
Traumatic brain injury. I don't actually have one. I don't actually have one. Not that I'm aware of. But yeah.
Not that I'm aware of. Not that I can remember.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Alleged brain
I don't
damage.
Have one.
So negative, bless them. They were able to give me the room that she'd be in, and it is one of the ones that we could go in anyways. So we can get over there if you'd like. I'm not sure how you'd like to start if you want.
What are we doing? Who are we doing? What are we doing?
Who are we doing? Well, you know.
You know, maybe wrong verbiage. What are we doing? Huh?
Good question. So if Sakota would have offered to meet with her, she would have been happy to either invite her to the inn, or if Sakota's like, do you want to go here? Do you want to go there? Or like, I can meet you here.
I think she's probably gonna say like, hey, why don't we stick around here for now, just because you know.
Oh,
you are aware of this area for now.
Absolutely. Would there be
suggesting they go anywhere crazy? At most, she's gonna say, hey, why don't we go sit outside for a bit? That way you don't feel cooped up in here.
Okay.
Not exactly much better in Zafira. We're kind of in an eternal box.
The cube.
In the majority of the city. Yeah, in a majority of the city, you look up and you see a plate.
Dinner.
Oh, chicken.
Oh my god. So in that case then, would Sakota have just said like meet me out in front of the inn, or would she have okay.
Either meet me outside the inn, or meet me in the lobby and I'll come get you.
Okay. We can do meet in the lobby then. Do you want to just TP in there and then give it like, I'll run to her room because I can go in, give it like 10 seconds and I can come out and meet her.
Okay. Yeah, no, that ought to be fine.
I don't know how to raise the security gate though. In front of the door.
Come here. Skip sim.
Ooh. So unless we wanted to like SpongeBob go through the steel door, like
Where'd they put it? I don't remember. Somewhere around here. There it is. Maybe?
Nope, yeah, there you
There
go.
it is.
Okay. I was like, unless we through the fucking wall.
Just.
Sorry, Haruka, we broke the door. Yeah, literally. We couldn't get it open, so we made a door. But yeah, if you're ready, I'll go run inside, and we can get this ball rolling.
Yeah. I'm gonna respawn real quick, and I'll walk my way in. You wanna chill out here for a minute or two?
Okay. You know, I can do
If and be all awkward.
if you're gonna walk in, I'll have her wait here in the lobby for you. Okay. Okay. Oh fuck. Let's see. Yeah. So this was a God bless. Bibis has been very busy. So this was a scene. They were gracious. They're like, "Hey, you want to do something?" And I'm like, "Oh, well, I know you've been doing a lot of stuff." And they're like, "Yeah, but you know, they might not have another chance until the weekend." And Bibis was very generous to get this going. They were wrapping up a bunch of stuff, being really busy, and I'm just like, "Hey, you know, you still want to do this? It's okay if not. It's okay if not." But they're like, "Nope, I can power through it." I'm like, "Damn, okay, here we is." So, for those of you that haven't seen it yet, here is her new outfit. This is one of them. I need to give her more, actually, because people were very generous. I wanted something that really showed off the effects, partially because we worked really hard on it. So, this is her. So, oh shit, my voice mod. Okay. Oh, okay. We're good. Sorry, I had a test. Thank you. Thank you, Turtle. Okay, voice mod should be on. Voice mod. Voice mod. We should be good to go. Yeah. Let me make sure, actually. Hold on. Voice mod? Give the girl a calorie. Yeah, she does, doesn't she? Her arms are very spindly, very noodly. Shit, okay. Is the voice mod working for you guys? In Discord? Or Discord? Yeah, is the voice mod working for you guys on twitch.tv, discord.tv? Okay, just making sure, because I couldn't find the selection for it on my properties. Also, the ambiance for Meat Rack, like if you're just in some of those rooms and you're just like alone, really creepy. You can hear it in your Discord. Good. Yeah, I have no idea how long the scene is going to run for. I feel bad. I don't want it to run too terribly long for poor Bibis' sake. I mean, they're very capable. Obviously, like, I don't think they would have chosen to do this if they didn't want to. But, like, I feel bad. I feel bad. But it's gonna be a lot of questions being thrown around. This is to give her direction for this weekend. So she's going to be asking a few questions based on some stuff that Catherine and Haruka had both told her or advised her. So there's going to be some conversations. We've had some text, literal texting. I need to actually bother Eddie again and see if I can get the phone. So I can have it on her, because she's got little pouches that she can put stuff in. Yeah, she knows how to text. I mean, there's things she doesn't remember, but you know. I will say though, she's slow because it's one of those old flip phones, so it's like beep 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 for one letter, beep boop beep, and I've been typing like big paragraphs, and I'm like, shit, how long would it actually take to type out like some of these paragraphs on like an old Nokia? Because I typed out like a few very, very long like paragraphs. I'm just sat there like, how long would it have taken her to beep 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 for like like 4 paragraphs? Yeah, fucking forever, exactly. So I'm like, ugh, maybe I should like adjust how she types, because it feels like it's too long, right? Like it's like she's sat there for like 30 minutes to type out a paragraph, and eventually she's like, oh fuck, it's finally over. You know what? We'll sit down. Oh, fuck. I was stressed I was about to sit down.
Oh, goodness.
Hello.
Hello?
It's great to see you again.
Catherine-san was able to help you out after all.
Yes. I am very grateful.
It's, comfortable, yeah?
Incredibly. I'm very happy with it. I have some others as well, parts of the donations, but I obviously left them in the room.
Ah, alright. At least it's sorted. Got something other than those hospital clothes.
It's very nice.
Yeah. I'm glad.
Thank you for taking the time to come and visit me.
Yeah, I figure, you know, with everything going on, probably have a lot on your mind and trying to recall things and being unsure of your situation. It's sure quite confusing, yeah?
It's a bit confusing. After all, that will lead into some of the questions that I have. I do apologize a bit in advance. I feel like in my attempt to keep myself focused a bit, I've written up quite a bit to ask. Is there somewhere you'd like to go?
Well, I don't think we should go too far. It is getting pretty late in the afternoon.
I've been advised about
tell
some
us
of the other regions. I am not keen to go there. Bay 09,
Severa or
Zone 7, District 0, the Garden District. A few places like that.
Someone's been telling me about the rest of the city, yes. Yeah, those are all places, and most of them aren't particularly safe. Especially some of them, given your unique state. You're likely to gather attention.
That will lead into a question I had. I had a bit of an extensive conversation with Miss Catherine. I had posed some of these questions to yourself, Miss Haruka, and Catherine. Catherine and Haruka had both been able to provide me with some insight, but there are some individuals that were mentioned in conversation, people to look out for.
I can only imagine.
But
Well, why don't we find somewhere comfortable to sit? I don't know if you care to be cooped up in here too long. Have you been traveling at all around the city on your own already, or?
No, I've mainly stayed
Probably
around
for
here.
the best. If you want to sit outside, though, there's a couple of nice spots. Not too bad. You can see most of the street.
I would appreciate that.
Otherwise, it's not too bad in here.
I think I'd like to get outside a little bit. Truth be told, I've been hesitant to leave even this building from yesterday. I did a little bit, but it was mainly to go just across the street to get some food.
Yeah. Wow. If you ever get tired of Gloomson's curry, you have to let me know.
Do you have other places that you recommend?
Well, I mean, I suppose there's a
Thank
couple
you.
of places that aren't so bad, but no, I tend to cook.
Oh, I would love to try it.
There's a couple of couches and seats over here in the corner. If you prefer either.
I wouldn't mind. I would like to follow you, wherever you think would be best.
Okay. Well, all things considered. Couches give a better view of the street. At the very least, if somebody decides to come in, we'll know.
Mm.
We'll be able to see pretty well.
I can at least bring you up to speed with what I have been informed of thus far. It will lead into a few questions and propositions for the future.
Proposition is, idea, I think, yeah?
A few
My
directions.
not always the best.
A few, possible avenues for a few different topics. One of them may involve you a bit more personally, based on something that you've worked with or at. We'll get there.
Sure.
So, the first thing I'd like to let you know, up to this point, as I do not have access to weaponry or armor, I am choosing to stay here generally, unless invited somewhere. I don't feel comfortable going to many places at the moment based on what I have been told.
The city can be pretty dangerous on your own. You take on a bit of risk if you don't at least have something on you. Some people will bother you out in the streets. Especially, if you're on your own, woman, there are people who will try to harass.
I see. Thank you.
But, you're probably right, Try to stay around here until you feel more comfortable. If you happen to get at least a knife or something to protect yourself with. People have all sorts of things, tasers, sprays, and that sort of thing. You defend yourself as necessary. But, if you don't need to take the risk, why bother?
I feel like it would be wise to at least go at some point and take a look at some of these places, but I do not wish to do so alone, even if I do become armed. Catherine advised I acquire a firearm, but I have never used one before.
I've never used one either. I'm personally not fond of them. They're
Excuse me?
scary things. They're... how would you put...
I think I'll stand for a little bit.
Could always lean up against the barricade.
It seemed that way. My hips are betraying me. Bastards.
Damn.
You said you had not used a firearm before?
No, truthfully, I find them terrifying. I don't like them. They're dangerous things, even in your own hands.
Well, this would then come into play for the next few places. I can tell you a little bit of what I've been told about some of the other districts or zones. I've been told that industrial is one of the worst, one of the most dangerous, that is, places.
The worst can change in a moment. The industrial district has been pretty bad for some time now, only because there is a group of people, a relatively large group of people that have all started causing trouble around there. Cultists, all dedicated. I can only imagine you've probably been told about them. A group of people who all worship a god by the name of Baal.
Catherine was very helpful when it came to my inquiry about some of the various whatnots to look out for. However, she also was very clear to stress the scale of Zephyra City is said to span that of continents. So I felt like asking her what to look out for in a continent-sized city felt a bit unfair in hindsight, but they were amongst some of the groups that were mentioned.
I personally try to avoid them. They're... Even when they're not fanatical, people who worship Baal tend not to be the most pleasant types.
According to Catherine, they hate civilization and worship a death god, occasionally showing up in the sewers. She did tell me that Charles would know more about them.
Yeah, he probably does. He's taken up arms against them himself, amongst other things.
He had informed me as well that the cultists had appeared below the sewers of the meat rack on occasion.
They have once or twice, not often though. They usually get shoved right back out. They've tended to avoid here. They know we'll kick them out as soon as we find them.
I've been informed
Whereas in
districts...
industrial, there are more people who can't fight back. It's harder for them to get in. Around here anyways.
I've been informed about some of the supposed major named gangs like the Whispers and the Tigers from District 0. I've heard they also occasionally arrive here to service as a neutral ground.
Yes. Though truthfully, the Tigers are the ones to watch out for. They're dangerous. The Whispers, so long as you don't give them trouble, they shouldn't give you any trouble in return.
Then there were some of the others, a group known as the Wilds.
Another gang moved into the area around here recently. A number of months ago, started causing trouble. They're reasonable, or at least can be reasoned with, but they tend to be, well, a bit like their name. Wild. They'll do as they please, and will cause trouble where they want.
Then there was a group called the Event Horizon.
That is another one.
I've heard that they aren't as
Exactly know where they're
dangerous.
based out of. No, they're plenty dangerous, but
Shit, my fucking hips aren't working. Why?
Catherine's telling me that it's a complicated situation.
My hips hate me. Why are they like this tonight? I apologize.
They hate you.
And want me to die. Oh,
So it would seem.
we're back. They don't hate me anymore. Next point, though, gets a little bit away from the gangs and moves on to the more official capacity. I was informed that there are numerous megacorporations, of course, that inhabit the areas, and that the two major ones within this region are known as Vestratech and, I believe, Foxtech.
Foxtech, not so much. Vestratech, I've seen them around, but they patrol around, but they don't have much authority here. Foxtech is the more dangerous of the two in the area, but similarly, they've been back and forth on how much authority they can wield around here.
And
They're
then
trying to get their fingers into things. So, as with any mega corporation, does it matter who they are? Best to just be careful around them. Don't make them angry. Don't get in their way, so to speak. Try to avoid their attention.
Then there was something else mentioned. And one of the main reasons I'm choosing to stay here until I am either with people, preferably numerous, or I am more developed, as it were. I was informed that there is someone out there that has taken a certain interest in our kind.
It's a long conversation, but there are a number of individuals like this, in fact. Varying degree of, danger involving them. It will be important for you to learn and decide on your own how you want to approach others, knowing about, what it is those of us can do.
She used the name Malleus McKay.
Malleus McKay. Owner and founder of Malleus McKay Industries, one of the councilmen of Zephyra. Incredibly wealthy, incredibly powerful, incredibly dangerous. You'll want to avoid him if you can.
Not certain if I've seen him, or if I have.
Around here? No. Not recently. And pray you never have to meet him. Given your appearance, he's very likely to take an interest in you.
I see. Though, if I may ask, he is not too far above some of these places. Why would he come here or otherwise? That seems incredibly beneath someone like him, and if the city is as large as has been stated, wouldn't the chances of encountering him be incredibly slim? To none?
He tends to wander from time to time.
Yeah, hi,
places where
Jack.
people congregate. He finds people who are different, unique. He likes to keep an eye on them. He likes to try to collect them. And in particular, he takes an interest in those like him, who are scions. He's a particularly dangerous one. He is a telepath, amongst other things. His capabilities, whatever you want to call it.
Aptitude?
Yes. His aptitude, his capacity is quite great.
Well,
He is a dangerous man.
all of those reasons, amongst others, including a brief personal story regarding a misunderstanding, has encouraged me to avoid, pardon me, not a misunderstanding with him specifically, but a misunderstanding at one of the other regions, has encouraged me to choose to stay around here until I can go with others, perhaps. Like yourself, I feel safer with you.
Well, truthfully, if he is
Yeah.
around
It is late.
and I am there, it is best for you to probably go somewhere else for a little while. He is
Well-
already well aware of me. Has associated himself with me. And for reasons that I can't entirely get into, I allowed this to happen.
I suppose, if what is said about him is true, it seemed like an offer you couldn't refuse.
I was perhaps naive at the time.
Me
It
too.
would be okay.
Me too, Morgan. Me too.
But yes, he is someone I would suggest you avoid as best you can for as long as you can.
I see. I will. I don't think I know what he looks like.
To describe.
Yes, Paige is her name.
He
Thank you, and also thank you, Jack.
pale, like you, but with less life. Like there is no pulse beneath his skin.
Oh yeah, Malleus, a freak.
He is
Certified freak of the week.
has,
Someone we
black
should...
hair, white streak, and styles it however he wants. Often wears fancy clothes. His eyes glow with a eerie yellow light.
Yeah, describe the boogeyman.
Depending on what he's wearing, you may even see a wound he has on his chest. It glows strangely. Can't quite describe it.
Sounds almost like a dead man walking.
A little bit.
Well, on a happier note, I suppose all of this was the preamble for what I wish to discuss with you more properly. I am very grateful to have the room. Baruka has been incredibly generous, but I know I can't stay in the inn forever, partially because there isn't a shower or a bath or a laundry. So for obvious reasons, it's it's an inn, of course, not intended to be for incredibly long-term staying, but I am grateful to have what I have been given. As such, I wish to preserve it as much as I can. But while I know I still have yet to fully come to grasp with everything that has truly happened, I am trying to keep myself productive. One thing that was recommended to me was to reach out to 3 different groups to see if I can assist in any way. One of them was, of course, talking to Haruka about the inn, One of them was petitioning some of the various establishments here within the meat rack to see if they needed any assistance. And then there was one other offer, or suggestion, rather. I have been informed that you assist in taking care of a shrine.
Yes, I volunteer my time in another city. It's a bit a ways from here. Takes maybe 20-30 minutes. Maybe a little longer getting from here, but there's a train I take
Hmm.
to a neighboring city. A lot more peaceful than this city. A lot smaller, too. There is a shrine there, run by an older gentleman.
Hmm.
He and his wife been running that shrine for quite some time. I don't remember exactly how long they had said. And I volunteer my time there.
Hmm. Hmm. I suppose that also bleeds into another point. I don't recall if I used to know any particular trades or skills, so unfortunately, as far as specialized work goes, I don't know if I could assist in anything too specific, like engineering or medical work. However, based on what you have described psionics to me as, I think that learning to work with them could open many doors and opportunities to which I may be able to assist in ways non-traditionally. So, I guess all of this to say, I will be asking Haruka as well, but if you think you would be willing to assist me in getting things started.
Getting what started specifically?
Hmm. I suppose the learning and harnessing process to develop it would be wise.
Hmm.
I agree, Jack.
There are a couple of things to consider. You are not incorrect in what you've been told concerning psionics. It is there
It
are
does look
certain
floofy,
things
doesn't
that you
it?
could apply it to. But whether or not it is safe to do so, or wise even to do so, is again, it goes towards what I said earlier about needing to be cautious. If you go around displaying what you can do to everyone you meet, there are people who will want to take advantage. I was not as careful as I should have been, and was hurt because of it.
Hmm. I see. Well, if I am to have these potentials within me, I think I'd like to learn how to use them. In a way, I think it is perhaps my way of wanting to give back and show that it was all worth it. The effort that you and the others put in to help me.
I appreciate the sentiment, but there is no obligation.
You nearly
At least not
lost
from me.
your life.
It's not that important.
That feels unfair. Forgive me. You spoke about wanting to look after me. I wouldn't disregard your own, at least not from my perspective. That feels unfair. Sorry if that was too much to say too soon.
No, it's all right. I'm sorry.
You should just not feel obligated to do something simply because we helped you. You have been given a gift. A gift that is yours to use as you see fit. Your life is yours. There is no expectation, no obligation. Anything beyond that is me offering to assist where I can because you are someone in need. And because I would have wanted the same. I wanted the same years ago. You know how scary the city can be. You know how terrifying powers like these can become when you don't know what you're doing. And while I may not have all of the answers, and I may not know what
Training
you will
arcs?
do,
Ooh.
I would wish to spare you if I can.
Hello, Wolf. Spare me.
Spare. Spare you the suffering or confusion or fear. Whatever comes your way. It's not necessary.
I assume this is not a process that can be quickly or should be quickly learned and understood.
No. I would not suggest it. It is, from what I have seen, deeply personal.
For instance, Orca and I,
We have developed similar powers. We can manifest them, and they have the same apparent effect. However, the way that we go about doing so is very different. The ideas, the thoughts in our heads that we use to focus that power, it's very different.
The intent or otherwise?
Yes. So while I can share with you what I have learned and what I understand, you will still have to do work on your own to figure out what works for you. What ideas, what thoughts, what resonates, what works for you. That being said, you should also carefully consider whether or not you truly want to continue to build a power up like this.
it was not long after I started further
Developing these powers, gaining better control, learning to manifest faster, more frequently. I started to hear voices. voices of other people, their thoughts. I can't unhear those thoughts anymore. I have to push them out.
Hmm.
And I am unsure if I will ever be able to not hear those voices ever again. At least not without some other intervention, their change. Not sure what the right word is, but as you develop these powers, they take a shape of their own. You have to learn to keep them in control. Because the more powerful you get, the more dangerous they become. The more capable you are of doing good, the more capable you are also of doing harm. I am
Ooh. Points.
ashamed to admit that I have hurt people in the past. Because I lost control. So you should take your time in considering whether or not this is truly a path you wish to follow and to travel down.
I am torn. As a pendulum swings, so too does my desire. At first, I was afraid. The burning sensation was as alarming as it was scary. But then, I learned that at least two of the people that had protected me and are continuing to look after me are also harboring similar aptitudes, and I thought it could be a way to explore it safely, or at least as safe as one could get. But then I wasn't sure. I read those messages and it made me uncertain. I imagined, as you have stated, if I developed it, would I be painting a larger target on my back? But then it swooped back. I am so grateful to have that room, for it is truly my room, for now, even if it's not forever. And I want to do more. I want to give back because it feels like the right thing to do. And I wanted to make some good come from this. But then, you are doing the right thing by telling me the truths of it all. And it has, once again, made me lean to reconsideration. But then, I wake up every single day and I look at this. And I know that there is still something out there, likely. Something that I don't understand. And I know Haruka is involved too. What if by hiding away from it, what if I am damning myself? What if I am damning us?
I could not say. There are many things out there that I don't think any of us are even really meant to know. So we do know it torments us. That's why I tell you this. Your desire to do good, it's admirable. Truthfully, it is a beautiful thing to see. There are many who, in your situation, would turn to more selfish goals.
But again, this is why I tell you these things. So you understand, so you can make a choice. And make a choice that you can be prepared for. There is a responsibility. If I could tell you a story, I suppose, or tell you a bit of myself that maybe might help you understand.
Peace.
Where I come from, where I grew up, magic is common. There are many who practice it,
Many who have the gift for it. There are a number in the city who possess similar gifts. But in my home, magic is strong. It is the will of our people to cultivate an understanding and
live alongside magic as a part of our lives. However, this means that magic is
Sokoto
treated
for.
not only as a gift, but as a tool.
much like the gift you now possess.
But our people believe that tools of this nature, ones that can do wonderful things, amazing even, as what they are, potentially dangerous. When children reach a certain age, there are people who come from schools of magic.
Mm-hmm.
They visit different villages, and children are brought before them to be tested, to determine if they possess aptitude. And if they are found to have such aptitude, possessing a gift for magic, it is expected that they will spend time learning about this gift to better understand it, to better understand the dangers, and to understand the responsibility that comes with this power. That's why, as they go out into the world, whether or not they decide to grow this gift, do more with it, they have the knowledge necessary to make such a choice.
Perhaps I am not some knowledgeable wizard from a school of magic, but I would hope to give you the same opportunity to make a choice.
I'm
I would not ask for an answer. Not yet, anyway. Would rather you think on it. Consider your option. I understand your desire to help, do good things. Yes, my powers, I was able to use them to help you. But that does not need to mean that you must learn to do the same. Like I said before, your life is your own.
My days, as brief as they have been, there is one thing that has been left on my mind. What kind of person was I before this? What if I wasn't a good person? I don't know about the person I was then, but I know that I am thinking about the person that I am now and I want to be. But you are right. I am once again torn. The longer I hesitate, the more I worry about securing my future. But is it also unwise to rashly throw yourself, as you have stated yourself, down a path that offers no return? In a way, I see it almost as if I need to, as a means to make sure I can survive independently. But then I don't know if that is the fear of the future overpowering my rationale, or if my fears are justified, given my lack of other options. I guess I saw it a little bit like this. I have someone, two people here that I have been graced with, possibly two of maybe the best people I could ask for, to help me navigate and maneuver something so foreign. In a way, I feel like not at least trying would be throwing away an opportunity. But I do know what you mean. And you are right. I think your words have struck something that has made me realize perhaps I am attempting to move too swiftly. But then the thoughts of everything else comes back. Again, I am blessed to have the room. I will need just a little bit more. Just enough for me to survive on my own, and I cannot do that right now. Even if it has only truly been a day, and I and my clothes are as clean as I can keep them. I will need means to wash, money to buy my own food, acquire a new phone, maybe do other things, find means to protect myself, that I may stay with and assist and go with you and the others. Catherine informed me when she when she proposed I purchase a firearm. I told her I didn't know how to use one. She said she was uncertain if she would be able to assist me, as she was very busy in an investigation. And this leads to another point. You seem to be a very busy woman. Are you sure you'd be able to make time for me? Catherine informed me that she was a part of the same organization that you work with, Aegis, and you do security work here. Given her investigative position, she said she would be uncertain if she could assist me directly. I do not wish to unburden you. You have already saved my life, and have been helpful in giving me guidance. I feel almost afraid to ask for more from you.
Perhaps there are days, yes, where I will be busy. Between the work I do and other things, other obligations I have taken upon myself. Yes, there might be days, but so long as you are willing to be patient, I see no problem.
Of course. I I had a question, but I guess I don't know how to approach it now. I had an idea, but now I think I've overthought it. Hmm. I saw you were given a record. Are you a big fan
Yes.
of music? I suppose that is probably a silly question.
No, it's a pleasant question. Yes, I do enjoy music. And my friend enjoys music as well.
Your friend?
Yes.
I noticed your eyes would shine. I wasn't sure what the source of it was from. Is that your friend?
Yes. They are a spirit that has some form of bond with me. I call them Iris. They are a living spirit.
That is incredible. Truly.
I think they enjoy being called incredible.
Sorry, the notion of it is very interesting. Do they accompany you always?
Yes, yes, they do. We have been together for, I suppose, a decade now. But we have not always gotten along. It is only within the past handful of years that we have been cooperating with each other.
Well, hello, Iris. It's nice to meet you. Do you play music, or do you have a preference?
I do. Play guitar. It's something I like to do to relax. Or at least try to relax.
Maybe one day you can bring it and play it?
I've been considering this, yes.
If you
Not
are...
particularly keen on playing in front of crowds, but maybe.
What about when we practice? Maybe after? I apologize if I am stuck here. I suppose maybe this is a little bit of my way of trying to make the experience feel less like a job or a burden. I would like if the person or people, if should Haruka also be with us, if there could be something positive to look forward to.
Your existence is already a positive. There are not many like us. And because of greedy, selfish people, those like McKay, not everyone survives for long.
I think it'd be very cool, Jack. I think there'd be some very cool stuff we could do with her. I absolutely agree.
It is easy to grow lonely when people do not truly understand.
Are you lonely?
Not as lonely as I once was.
I will always... Please forgive me. Sometimes I worry about some of the things that I say. I believe Catherine is actually the one that made me realize perhaps I have imprinted too quickly. It's only been a couple of days, and yet I feel... I don't know. I feel grateful, but I meant some of the things that I feel like I'd like to say. I don't know if it's appropriate, especially not so soon. What I was going to say was, you'd always have a place for me, with me, but I'm doing a bad job. What I meant was, you have offered me a kindness, and I wanted to extend it back to you. for someone that is willing to dedicate time out of their day to help guide me in a way, protect me in a way that avoids the pain that they once had, despite being emburdened with not one but two other lofty prospects. I just wanted to give back. My wordage would have been much better. I am sorry.
I think I understand.
This goes for Haruka as well, of course. I will be sure to tell her again in person when I can. I owe a large debt of gratitude in my own mind. But
Truthfully, if you want to be able to give back, just take care of yourself. Please.
But you made a comment that worried me earlier. About your regard to your own life. I will admit, I had been wondering once again, given the short span of us knowing each other, if it was the right thing to ask, but if we are planning to be working or learning or being together for some time, I It worried me, is all. Yeah, you're right, Jack. I've been able to get things pretty optimized, but
I don't know. I don't really have much of an answer for that. I'm sorry.
What if we learned together? Purpose, I have found, often helps give way for people. Doing good deeds. Maybe we can make plans and schedules with friends to do things. Maybe on certain days, should we attend a class where you show me you and or Haruka together. We take some time, and afterwards we can make a tradition to do some things. Give us something to look forward to. If this place truly is as dangerous, then I want to enjoy the life that I have been given. You both, all of you, blessed me with a second chance. If you would be willing, of course.
I think for now, why don't we just focus on you, okay?
I won't be able to help but worry. But I understand. Things are rather new. But if we are to spend more time together, Not
I'm
now.
not going to say no. It sounds nice.
It doesn't have to be now, of course. In time. I would never ask that of someone so soon. It can be a process. But
You truly are an unusual person, you know that?
I sincerely apologize if some of the wordage is too strong. I am not meaning any offense or awkwardness.
It's not an offense. It's just, you know. You haven't even been awake for more than a week, and yet you're already worrying about other people, trying to help them. This. It is refreshing to see.
In a way,
Someone who wants to show genuine kindness here in the city.
I owe it to you.
I told you, you don't owe me anything.
You extended the hand first.
No. We just happened to find someone who needed a hand. That's all. There are plenty who would have done the same.
And plenty who would have seen it as not worth it. But what I meant by all that, after it was all said and done and we came back here, I care because someone, even after you saved me, you, Haruka, the others, you could have left me in that room, given me the phone, the clothes, and said good luck. That was already more than enough. We'll guide you somewhere and you can be someone else's problem. I'm sure there are resources, but you didn't. And instead, you're sat right here next to me, telling me stories about your home, your interests, and telling me I have a choice, and that you want to make sure that someone doesn't have to endure what you have endured. That is part of what made my first evening here so memorable, and part of the reason why I said I didn't know if I wanted to go, but I'd like it here, because of so many kind people on the first day of knowing me, being so generous, and here you are still.
Very well. I cannot promise
Mm-hmm.
that I will be able to not disrespect the kindness that you're trying to show me. I am unsure, but I think there is something wrong with me right now.
That
I
is...
cannot promise that what I say and what I do will not disrespect this. But at the very least, I will continue to try to show the kindness that you clearly deserve. And that I wish someone could have afforded me.
It's okay to not be okay. In truth, I don't know how I'm doing either. For as much as I have been putting work, the psionics, and everything at the forefront, like a creeping shadow as the sun sets, there is still the what came before clawing at my mind, wondering about friends, family, love, my what could have been my future. But with that all being said as well, I will do my best to have faith for both of us, if it is needed, and all I could ever ask of you in return. If not for your own sake, then for the sake of those that care about you. Maybe things can change.
Maybe.
And if I can help it, or rather, if you'd let me, I would also like to help. Because I know that this process is not something easily done alone. Even if at the end of the day, it is your decision. Just like this one is mine. So I will choose to lean against the kind people like yourself that have approached me and offered to help me. And it's okay to not be okay.
As I said before, I can make no guarantee.
I
Cannot
will-
promise.
I will not ask for one. All I ask is that you try. Just as I will for you. I'm not expecting the Fair City to be built in a day. Just like I will have to learn baby steps. Haruka and Sakoto are going to be very big for her. Have anything else you like to do?
I suppose. But you said you had many questions.
Yeah, I've gotten a bit off track. I apologize. It was something I wanted to address after you mentioned it.
It's kind, but let's focus on your questions for now.
I would like at some point to reconvene with yourself and Miss Haruka. Maybe sometime this weekend. I think I'd like to perhaps sit down with some notes from you and her. Haruka has given me some tips and suggestions about where to begin. She mentioned meditation, amongst others. Things like that. I gotta recall her exact words, but she gave me some very basics. Oh, she also told me about the black hole and the bunker bar, but I most certainly have not heard of either of those places. Do you have any suggestions or advice regarding those? And I suppose, actually, as a greater question, I didn't so much ask about some of those locations like Bay 09 and Zone 7 and otherwise, so if I could get your opinions on them or whether or not you would advise going or not going, I suppose this could help me get my footing a little bit. So, when it comes to those places, what are your thoughts or suggestions?
Well, truthfully, I don't like to spend much time down here in the city if I don't need to.
Where do you prefer?
About here. Truthfully, just about anywhere else, though, within reason.
Do you have a favorite?
How about here? Oh, there is the shrine that I volunteer at. Past that, it is usually the people. I've traveled a lot over the past several years, so I don't have very many favorite places. I much prefer the people.
Sorry. Back to the answer regarding the various places.
Yes. Something you should know about those with our aptitude. Things that can affect the mind. Drugs, alcohol. You need to be very careful with them. And if I had to be honest, I would avoid them.
That makes sense. Dampened mind.
Given the nature of our powers, yes. It's not just that it dampens our powers, sometimes it can make them harder to control.
I see.
Also, unfortunately, makes injuries rather troublesome.
Because of the drugs, right? I see.
Yes, I have found that local, what do they call them? Antithetics? I don't remember what they're called, but...
Anesthetics?
Yes. Anesthetics. Sorry.
Medicine.
These can
Numbing
help.
medicine.
Yes.
It can help with the pain temporarily. Help numb things so it doesn't continue to cause considerable anguish. And so, most bars and other things like this will not serve you particularly well.
Hmm.
That being said, and to more directly answer your questions, Bayo 9 is a dangerous place, though it has gotten somewhat better over the years. As the people have cleaned things up and pushed out some of the gangs and the bulk cult that had taken root there. Unfortunately, one of those larger, scarier megacorporations, Leap Foundry, as a larger point of business there.
Leap Foundry.
So you should be cautious. Yes, LF.
Mm.
They are a... as I understand it. They are a synthetic manufacturing company. They produce weapons and vehicles and all sorts of other things, but primarily synthetics.
I heard there was, I believe it was Bayo 9 as a synthetic supremacist zone.
Yes, there is a local gang there of synthetics that has reinforced this over time. Though they do not seem to terribly mind non-synthetic folk. If you do give them trouble, it is likely this gang will take issue with you, personally. They call themselves rust buckets.
I certainly don't wish to cause problems. Are you okay?
Sorry, lost in thought.
Is something the matter?
No, I'm just thinking about BO9 was there just the other day.
Oh. I see. What about Zone 7?
I have heard many
Shout out
things
my boy
about this,
Locus.
so I've never personally
Shout out Forksy.
ventured into that area.
Shout out my goobers.
Most of the things I have heard are all rather negative. The place is described as practically a war zone.
Oh my.
Yeah. I personally would avoid it unless you have something there that you need to do.
District 0, I've already been told, is a war zone as well because of the gangs.
Yes. And given your appearance, it is likely that they will take severe issue with you. The
Why?
majority of District 0 is made up of humans. And humans who are very against those who do not appear human.
Purists.
I am able to... Yes. Personally, I can blend in, but given your rather unique appearance,
I was told The Garden District is the closest to a normal town.
Hmm. What was the other place you asked about?
Oh,
Hmm.
uh,
Bunker Bar. I have not been there yet. However, the owner, he is a good friend of mine. I've been meaning to visit personally, but circumstances, amongst other things, have prevented me from doing so.
hmm. What about the black hole?
Not inherently dangerous, though. I would avoid it.
And we seem to go over the Garden District.
The Garden District is another district, large and varied, not unlike the Waterfront District here, more industrial.
Hmm. I was told that is the closest to normal civilization.
Hmm. I suppose.
Hmm.
There is a gang in Garden District that I have heard of, though I have not seen much of them personally. They've gained some notoriety.
What the cheese
amongst the
eater?
fire starters. There's
It's
another
the fucking
gang
fire
as well.
cultists.
Rumors say they might
Not the fire
have
cultists.
operations in Garden District, but the police there have been trying to root them out.
Hmm.
Whether or not they're based from there, hard to say. But they have certainly had dealings there and have been spotted.
Hmm. If Hmm. I suppose, for the time being, I wouldn't have any reason to go to anywhere else other than here. But if I was to go anywhere, of course, ideally with you or others, what would you recommend I keep on me if I was to buy something to protect myself? Of course, Catherine advised a firearm. But I know you have a adverse opinion towards them.
I just personally don't like them. They're
Mhm.
scary things. You know,
That is fair.
you can move things with my mind and lift things with a thought, and yet here I am, scared of a gun.
In truth, a gun could still kill someone if they're not expecting it. But let's not go down that rabbit hole, otherwise I'll scare myself, I think. Based on some of these places then, I guess though, well, now that I really think about it, I guess I wouldn't have, as I mentioned, any reason to go unless invited. Or, well, that leads to my next question. I mentioned briefly about the 3 possible job or work type positions. One of them, I would like to speak. I was advised to talk to Haruka about the inn, but then I was asked or offered to look around locations here. But based on some of the spots that I've seen around here, I don't know exactly where I would be able to help, as I don't know if I'd be comfortable working at the bar. I don't think I could do much with the tech shop or the rip and chip, excuse me, the engineering garage, or the rip and chip, nor do I think I have the fortitude or the personality to work at the gym. That would really only truly leave the pawn shop here, the inn, or maybe the clothing store, but even then I am not a tailor.
Truthfully, working closely with and sticking nearby to Haruka-san may be a good idea for you.
What about the shrine?
Otherwise, well, if you wish to work there and are interested, Oki-sensei is often willing to take in people to help out, work, to train. I am a priestess there. I practice Shinto. It is a practice of mindfulness towards both the world around us and the spiritual,
Is that where Iris has come from?
living and dead. Sort of. Iris is a little bit of an unusual situation. Our meeting was not common, as far as I am aware.
Well,
That being said, there are many young girls who come and help us, keeping things tidy around the shrine grounds. And Aki-sensei pays them for their time. Truthfully, it is a shame that you have only awoken just now. During this period of time, though it is beginning to come to an end, there is a period of bloom around the shrine. A number of very beautiful trees that only blossom once during the year, for a few weeks at a time. Unfortunately, it's only just begun to end. Most of the trees have lost their blooms.
I wouldn't scare the others, would I?
Well, some of the girls might look at you a bit unusually, though probably no more unusually than they have looked at me.
Well, I need to acquire a maiden uniform.
We can help you with that. It's not much. It is just a kimono, a white kimono, a red pair of hakama.
That would be appreciated. I think it would be good to have a position that got me outside, but also one here that would help me to keep up to date with things happening. And if I am going to be living here, getting to know the other locals a bit better would be wise. But I think I would like the opportunity to go out and see other places, if you would be willing to have me, of course.
If you are truly interested.
It would be nice. Do not mistake my words, of course. When I said I was very pleasantly surprised upon my first day here, I truly meant it. But the atmosphere, especially given times like now where the streets are quiet, it's a bit scary.
Yeah. I had the same sort of feeling when I first arrived in Zafira.
I am put more at ease knowing that a lot of the locals were very kind when I had met them, but I suppose the sense of foreboding is still there. It is dark, it is run down, there are many dark places. It is not their fault, of course. It's just the sounds, the atmosphere, it's like the wailing of souls. It scares me.
I think I understand. Wow.
Moving on to the last part of it all, I guess. Should I wish to pursue more with the psionics, as we have mentioned, what would you advise I have prepared for possibly this weekend? If, of course,
Well,
that would
what do you mean
be...
by have prepared?
Well, I guess I don't really know where to begin with it all. Haruka, of course, has advised me on a few things like meditation, but I suppose you mentioned there were a few different types and kinds of ways to utilize the powers. So I suppose if you had any ways to begin my attempt at harnessing, honing, learning, developing, progressing, like, moving a Rubik's Cube, for example. If that is something like that.
Haruka-san and I have a few things that we have gathered. I guess you could call them tools, but things to practice with that, if, for instance, I struggle to slowly move things. If a small plastic ball suddenly gets thrown across the room, it shouldn't hurt anyone. This little ping pong ball isn't going to hurt anyone, at least more than a slight stinging sensation if it happens to hit bare skin.
Your ability to change your hands to produce a chilling mist, that was also something interesting. I think the idea of being able to mold the elements would be useful. Water for putting out fires, or fires to keep people warm in the cold. Perhaps even one could utilize something like this barrier here. Imagine being able to pull from this, being able to imagine cutting a hole and pulling a part of it off, perhaps to use as a shield or to repurpose. There's damage to the ground, being able to draw from other elements, or to raise a wall to protect,
Perhaps.
or to use ice.
Most of the scions that I have met so far possess an aptitude for telekinesis, the expression of force and energy. Most of them only seem to possess an aptitude for one, maybe two elements.
I see.
So far, I have seen expressions of heat and cold, electricity, fire, now through yourself. Well, truthfully, I am not sure. It would be something you would need to experiment with a bit.
I suppose in that case, knowing where to begin with experimenting would be appreciated. Fire, if one is only, well, perhaps for one's own brain, limited to a couple of elements, I would have to discover what the other one would be. If fire is one, well, perhaps I'm getting ahead of myself again. It would be wise to likely focus on one before attempting to delve into another. It'd be wise to figure out how to move a ping pong ball before I start throwing fireballs, I assume. Sorry.
It's alright. But I am still serious about what I said before. Take your time. Consider your choice. Because, like I said before, there is little way to turn back.
How about I make you a deal then? I'll have a conversation with Haruka as well, and perhaps I can try to have a better idea of things by this weekend. I know to some capacity there's a part of me, no matter what, that feels like I should look into it. But at the same time, you're grounding me again, which is the right thing to do.
I felt the same when I first discovered my power. Or at least better understood it. I had had accidents, for lack of a better way to put it, that hurt me without intending to, because I did not understand what this power is. Things can sometimes just happen. But in trying to better understand it, and, well, I suppose for me, the sudden knowledge and, admittedly, the excitement of knowing that I had some unknown aptitude for something. It was exciting.
Must be. But you're right. This is not something I can just jump into and take lightly. I have to make sure that I'm certain of it. And as much as I want to sit here and say, yes, of course I'm ready, you are right. I don't know what I don't know. And this is something that I need to make sure that I'm about as ready as I can be, because I don't think I will ever be truly prepared for it.
Probably not, if I had to guess. But at the very least, if you take the time to contemplate, to consider, you can at least prepare yourself for the responsibility that will come with possessing such a power. You can use it responsibly.
There is. I'll have to ask Karuka.
Told it's not all bad. I don't want to scare you away from.
No, you're keeping me realistic. It's not a something you can just unwrap and take out of the box and use. It's not a knife. You can't just flip it open and stab someone. This is a careful process. It's like mastering an art form. It's not something that can be learned overnight, and unfortunately the canvas to which you paint your masterpiece just happens to be your brain. So, understandably so, one must take great care when seeking to undergo a process that has no return. So,
Not to mention that we don't fully know what sort of aptitude might possess. As I said before, I did not suddenly expect to hear voices hidden
I do have,
thoughts.
I do have one, I guess, opinion question for you then. I'm going to ask Karuka as well, but do you think discovering more about this will help lead to more answers about this?
Possibly. Truthfully, what answers we can find are likely to be on those computers and such that we were trying to access when we found you. We were honestly hoping to find more answers for Haruka-san. That we happened upon you was by chance.
Mm-hmm.
There are all sorts of unusual beings that many do not understand or know about. And given the nature of the others, and whatever sort of struggle to say science, but whatever science those people in that lab were doing, I am not entirely sure if it is wise to seek too deeply. I worry only for the simple fact that no matter what happens, it is clear that there is some connection between you and Haruka. And the others.
I had considered calling them the Lost. It would help to differentiate them than using a word like the others.
Lost then.
I'll
Whatever caused them to become like they were. I don't know how you see it, but I know I felt a certain amount of fear and anxiety in trying to better understand my own situation with Iris. And truthfully,
my situation and my connection with them is not quite as clear as the one that you have with the lost ones.
I had a chilling thought. I feel like I'm just overthinking things. But now, I swear I'm not trying to force myself to undergo this process, but now I'm worried about what if what if what if I am destined to become one? Maybe they're an advanced version or of whatever cycle is going on with this. And whatever they've turned into is a result of a course failed, but later stage of individuals that haven't been able to come to grips with things. I don't know. Again, it's a lot.
If anything, I would have to guess that it is actually quite the opposite. Truthfully, I think there is more in common between the Lost and Haruka-san than yourself.
I worry for her then too.
That's why I was a bit concerned about going back down there, but I have faith in my friend. That no matter what happens, we'll do our best to help her.
And in theory, even if I don't choose to pursue this, you'll still let me spend time with you, right?
I don't see why I wouldn't.
I thank you. I know mm, I just want to be there. If you are hurting, I want to be there for what I can. This talk with Haruka, it might have to happen this weekend. I'd like to be out both days on the weekend if I could.
Wow. Your life is your choice.
Just letting you know.
You get to do what you want now.
I don't think I'd fancy myself much of a cook either. So, whatever you'd have in mind to make would be appreciated. I feel bad having to ask for funds to go and keep grabbing stuff, even if it is good. So it would be nice to receive something from someone else.
I'll make some plans and try to put something together.
Thank you, Sakata.
This is probably getting late. Hard to
Yes. As far as questions go, I think I've had just about everything answered. You've told me places to avoid, and you've given me some things to think about. I'm going to reach out to Haruka, speak to her a little bit, get her 2 cents on the situation. From there, maybe we can more properly reconvene and move forward. I think this weekend I'm going to walk around and talk to a few people. My one fear is that they're going to offer work in a location that isn't here because I can't properly protect myself, and I'm uncertain if I'd have the time to learn how to properly use a firearm, which would mean I could use a knife or otherwise, but
Maybe something like a taser then?
hmm,
I've seen people use them, though. I'm not exactly sure where to get a hold of one. But as I have seen them, all it does is shock someone and stuns them for a moment.
I think Catherine mentioned the pawn shop has guns. Maybe they have a taser?
Possibly.
Big boxing gloves.
Maybe.
I don't think my physique would put much fear into people.
Well, and truth be told, considering it, we're not in so dissimilar a situation that I was maybe 4 or so years ago. Brand new to the city, not sure where to go, not sure what to do, needing a job, needing food, not wanting to rely on the kindness of others, but knowing that I needed to anyway.
And I'd say I truly am grateful to have you.
Like I said, I would much rather be of assistance, try to help you, spare you some of the suffering that I had to go through, getting to this point.
It means more than I could express in words, so I'd like to show it through actions.
Well, at the very least, I can certainly foresee challenges that you'll face that are all of your own. I'm willing to be helpful where I can, but I imagine there are going to be some that you will have to figure out on your own.
Notices of these things is, of course, always appreciated.
That being said, I was supposed to be waiting another week, but if you would like to go to that shrine, maybe spend a little time outside of the city, I can handle Aki-sensei getting a bit short with me. If anything, I think he'll probably be more happy to see you there. Though I'm sure he'll have a number of questions about, the glowing. But he's gotten quite used to my own unusual markings.
It just means I'm really observant.
Maybe so.
I would not wish to lie. That was a joke.
It's okay. You're not the only one with a bunch of eyes covering you. I haven't seen them in a long time, but Iris seems to have almost like ribbons
Yeah.
covered in eyes. And some people have said that some of the markings look a bit like eyes as well. So,
Hmm.
not too unusual, huh?
That actually makes me feel a bit better. Just-
I'm sure with time you'll learn to manage the questions. I've gotten used to having to explain my eyes or the markings to people.
Most people have approached and been very positive about it. But I suppose, in fairness, even I don't know what this is. If it's simply a byproduct of the abilities, or if it's part of the connection that I have with Haruka and the Lost, or if it's something more. I don't know. I wish I could give even them a better answer, but I guess that's part of what I hope to uncover. When would you like me to meet you to go to the shrine?
We can try to make plans to go there
Uh,
together. within the
Long
next year or
story
two.
with the name, actually.
He tends to prefer visitors during, the daytime hours.
Hmm.
And now that the blossom season is beginning to end, the number of guests coming to the shrine should be beginning to shrink day by day, back to its usual.
She's owl-coded? Then I will be ready and happy to go whenever, as long as you don't mind picking me up from here, or if I have to meet you somewhere.
It's fine. There's a train station not too far, within walking distance.
The one we took on Sunday?
Yes.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yes.
Hmm.
I'm surprised you remember any of that. I thought you'd almost completely passed out from it. You seemed very tired.
I was quite tired, I will admit, but I got an opportunity to come and spend time with you all. Plus, it was nice to go get food.
It's
I-
alright.
Hmm?
I'd be a bit tired too if I'd just woken up from a, what was it? 18 years?
25 plus.
Not any better.
I will admit, I was tired, but my stomach, after having not eaten properly in that long, said, "You just fed me a bowl of rice, a cinnamon roll, and what was the other thing? I don't recall. Give me some real food, you bitch." Oh, sorry.
It's alright. Though, maybe when we get to the shrine, try to refrain from using such language. Aki-sensei might have to give you a lecture.
I think that's the first time I've sworn since I awoke. Oh my.
It's alright.
I'll be good, I promise.
It's fine. Oki-sensei, he just tends not to like it when people swear too much. Not to mention the spirits tend to get a little rowdy.
I'm sorry, Iris.
Oh, not Iris. Iris is used to it, especially around here. People curse all the time. No, some of the spirits at the shrine just,
I'll be good, I swear. I think I just let
they
that
tend
slip
to
out.
wag their fingers at us when we swear too much. They think it's improper and rude.
I'll be good, I promise. I only think I let that one go because I really was hungry.
I could tell. You seemed famished.
I don't know how much my stomach appreciated the wide varied assortment of foods afterwards, but It was important and needed.
Good for you to recover your strength. That being said, we can take the train station out of the city. It takes a little bit to get there. We might actually pass through another town on the way there that's between Zafira and where the shrine is. It's called Orlando Saka. It's
Oh, wow.
a pretty unusual city as far as most places go. It's a very strange
Oh.
folk there, but most of them are quite well-meaning and
The first
not
lobby I ever
nearly
went
as
to.
troublesome as Zafira. The air is at least breathable.
Have you been? Or, well, obviously, do you frequent?
I wouldn't say I frequent, but I do have a couple of people I know who live there who are quite friendly.
Well.
Sometimes the train, you know. If I'm particularly hungry after a long day's work at the shrine, I'll stop somewhere in the city.
The
grab a
void
bite to
pocket.
eat,
That'd be funny. Is it?
and be on my way.
The Eldritch eat something. I look forward to this. This has been a wonderful night, Sakoto.
I just wanted to check on you, make sure that you're doing all right.
And in turn, you have assisted and helped give guidance to me and offers. I am truly grateful. You, Haruka, and Julie, you are very important people to me very quickly. Well, you know what I mean.
It's all right. I'm just happy you're all right, you know, considering.
Me too.
Even if it's Zafira, I'm fairly certain it's still better than, you know, that lab. I was not eager to be back there, but Horuka-san needed it.
I can't say I'd be raring to go back either. She's very brave for wanting to go. Well, I understand.
She wants answers, much like you do. Well, she keeps getting herself hurt, so.
Oh, it's
She
not
needs
good.
parts.
Oh,
Hopefully, some of the ones that she grabbed before we made our escape will prove useful.
if it's needed, do you know? Did I share which room was mine for now? If you'd like, I could show you quickly before you headed out for the evening.
Sure, if you'd like to. Otherwise, you can just tell me the room number.
Oh, I guess that would be probably better. It's not a very hard walk. It's on the first floor. It's the first one on the left.
Ah, I think you might actually be staying right next to. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She's a little bit of a troublemaker, but she means well.
Who?
There's a woman, likely in the room right next door, by the name of Lillian. Lily.
Oh, the blonde-haired girl.
Yes.
Oh, she seemed nice.
If-
She introduced us to her friend, Theta, right?
Yes. If you ever find yourself in need of help right away,
I can't fucking help
she
it.
happens to be around, you can trust her to help. Just let her know that you know me, or she'll be willing to at least be there for you.
Seemed nice.
If something happens and you can't get a hold of me, you know, She's. We've known each other for a bit, I guess. Could say. It's a bit to explain, but you can trust her.
Okay. I'll trust her. It's nice having a neighbor I could rely on, I guess. Well, I don't guess, I know. I am grateful.
Well, like I said, she's a troublemaker.
I hope she's okay.
And she's dealing with her own problems.
Jesus Christ, 4K. No,
Managing
it's not the intent.
I suppose.
I see. In that case, I'll be sure to say hi to her. I don't know how long I'll be in there. I guess I did have one last question, but it's certainly not one that needs to be drawn out. I did mention that there isn't a shower or laundry services. Do you know where there might be a laundromat and maybe somewhere to, bathe?
There's a place to take care of your laundry here in the mega building.
Oh. Am I allowed in there? I thought that was mainly for people that lived in the building.
You can, I assure you. Though, during these hours, they usually lock the place up.
And,
They have a bit of a curfew.
what about bathing?
That is a little bit more difficult.
Jesus
down here.
Christ,
I'm
Jack.
not exactly sure what Haruka-san would suggest.
The sink is far too small.
Well, for now, at least using the sink to, wash any grime off. Any dirt should be enough, but. I suppose.
Look.
If you were desperate enough and really needed a shower. The place where I work, Aegis. We have facilities there.
I can't help
live
it,
there.
man.
We have showers. If you really need one, I'm sure we can work something out.
I don't even know how I would get there. It's a space station, isn't it?
Yeah, the quickest way, truthfully, is through the garage there. There is a teleporter we have set up that leads back to the Garden District. It's about a 5-10 minute walk.
Look, I'm ugly in real life.
There to
What?
primary anchor point for the Garden District. I use that to get back to the station directly. It's the fastest way. It still takes me a number of minutes, especially when it gets really busy. There are so many people that go through there, and you have to wait in a line, and they're asking, "Oh, where are you going?" And I have to. It's a little bit of a process, but it usually takes 15 minutes at most to get from here back to the station. Far quicker than taking a shuttle, which, you have to wait for the shuttle to get here, and then you have to ride the shuttle all the way back up, and it's scary. I don't like the shuttles much.
Look, I want to RP.
I would
It's something
much
I
rather
can't
feel
be.
a little
I
nauseous for a
like to
little
play
bit because
pretend.
of the teleporter than have to feel like I've been shaken in a small metal box for far too long.
I suppose at some point I'll have to face the music and actually try some of those teleporters. But I am, ugh.
Maybe make sure someone is with you the first time. Most people tend to get a bit sick when they do it the first time. Sometimes the next few times after.
Well, I don't plan to go anywhere that I can't go by foot. So unless I get employed at one of the areas and they send me on errands to go to one of the other regions, I don't think I see myself using it unless, of course, we have to use it for something. I am
Well,
6 foot.
that is, again, the quickest way I know to get to the station.
I don't think I would need to go, in 2 days. Though it might not be. Well, I can make by at least without. Well, we'll play that by ear. Unless it's an invitation to go up.
Yes. Could be. Otherwise, there might be a public bath somewhere.
Shit, you're so right.
I've wondered, the city I was telling you about, where the shrine is. I've wandered the city here and there from time to time. It's a nice area, but there might be public bath there that you could use. Though most of the time you have to pay to use. It's usually a small fee for such things, from what I have seen in other cities, but I don't know if there is one there. We would have to look.
That would be nice. Thank you. But other than that, you should bring your guitar one time when you bring food over.
I tend not to play in front of other people, so
Oh,
I'll
crowd.
think about it.
1 or 2 people in the room. We'll have dinner. You, me, maybe
I'll
Haruka,
think
and a
about
few
it.
others. Of course, of course, of course, of course. That's all, though. Really, truly, thank you again. Yes, I've sat here and I've asked so many questions to you. Before we depart, do you have anything for me?
Do you feel safe?
Yes, here in this area, for the moment, yes, I do. I have been informed about things that can happen here, but from my first day, I felt comfortable around a lot of strangers, and a lot of strangers were very open, accepting, and kind towards me. So even if, God forbid, something happens here, I have faith not just in you and Haruka and the others, but the strangers that were very kind and spoke to me and looked upon my, well, I almost would say disfigurement, but that feels rather cruel, with a fondness. So even if something were to happen, I have faith in you all. So I can say the only thing that really scares me is this Mr. McKay. But otherwise, I think by and large I feel good here. Can't speak about the other places based on what I've been told. But yes.
This city is a dangerous place, so it is probably for the best that you have such a feeling. That way you can be cautious. But there are safe places in between some of them.
It can't be all bad, even if it is what it is.
Sometimes people make or find their own spaces to make safe. That's what Tomsky-san did here. The bar. That's where it started. He sometimes talks about it. He says the place was all boarded up.
He says he started squatting there, decided to try and make it into something better.
He said he started selling alcohol and other things.
And eventually, other people started pitching in to help. They started cleaning up the street, cleaning up some of the other old businesses that had been closed up.
Eventually, he made some deals with some pretty scary people, and thankfully it worked out, but he managed to buy the building.
Speaking of renovations, I
Yeah.
have they.
To be honest, I don't know why they're still here. It's not really my business. Whatever Charo-san decides to do with his business that he runs for Hansuki-san is his decision, and I'm not going to get in his way.
Just interesting decor.
He's, they're both interesting men.
Emsky was very nice when I first met him. He seems like I think that's another reason why I feel the way that I feel in this area. When I met him, he was very, very kind. If I may be a little honest, I don't wish to typecast, but I imagine the people that would usually live in an area like this to be not unscrupulous, but not necessarily the most warm and fuzzy. Again, not to blame them, just I was expecting more coldness, more cruelty. But that's not what I got. And I think when I heard about his position and what he's done, or what his role, if you will, is, it was part of what helped make me feel safe. So I owe a big thanks to him as well as the others. Did you have anything else?
No.
Hmm.
Feeling safe is the first step. When I first got to the city, I felt uneasy about everything. Nowhere felt safe. And even fewer places felt comfortable.
That is the other point. I did mention being blessed with the room, and I will forever stand by that. I will take that over being out here any day, but there is a sense of dread I get from being in there a bit, I guess.
Comfortable, not physical comfort.
Oh,
Yeah. Hotel I got put in with
Roach motels.
from the monastery that I was living at before ending up here. It wasn't so bad. I'm sure we could have done far worse than Zafira of all places.
Hmm.
But, I mean, comfort, do you feel happy? Do you feel like you have access to things that you need to get by? Have access to food that isn't going to make you sick. Water that's not got gross things in it.
Hmm.
You know?
I suppose in that case, I believe I can get everything that I at the very bare minimum need to survive here. That is where I am at. If I need clothes, there is a tailor. If I need food, there is the curry shop. Water is, well, I suppose that's one of the tougher ones.
It is a little more difficult down here, unfortunately. The
Hmm.
water systems are not as easily accessed.
And with the cultists and otherwise creeping around the sewers, I'm sure that doesn't make it any easier.
No.
But I feel like even if I had to go out of my way a bit more, I'm sure I could come across something. I'm avoiding drinking or using too much of the sink water for obvious reasons. But otherwise, I feel like for the most part, I can, even if the options are just A, B, and C, I feel like at the very least I have a roof over my head, food I can buy, clothes I can get, and somewhere I could probably get water. And as far as necessities go, that's what that is.
For now, that ought to be enough. Maybe we can work on the other parts. If you start working at the shrine, they'll pay you. We get a lot of girls in during the, and boys, not to say, a number of young boys and girls come and work at the shrine, especially during the breaks between school semesters. People need summer jobs or are trying to get some money during the winter. Usually we get most of them during the summer. Especially the younger ones are on summer break. Many of their parents insist that they do something to make a bit of money and do something productive or learn discipline or whatever. Aki Sensei is pretty good about it all. He likes to have all the kids around.
Well,
He's often eager to share knowledge of our practice with anyone who is willing to listen.
well, I have a lot to learn, so I'm sure he'll be thrilled with me.
Wow. I'm sure we'll all be happy. If anything, maybe I'll get to teach you some of the things I know. I'm a proper priestess after all.
I'd enjoy it very much. I must say, I am familiar naming convention-wise of the Shinto religion, but all of its intricacies is far,
really?
far. I've heard the name,
Oh, okay. Yes.
But- outside of that,
Regardless. An opportunity to learn, though.
Have a good night, douche.
Support yourself a little bit.
I look forward to learning more from you and the sensei. But
Maybe
for
we
now,
can try to make a trip tomorrow.
Oh.
In the meantime, it is getting quite late, and I can feel myself getting tired.
of course, we've had a long conversation, but I hope you didn't mind.
Of course not.
Thank you, Sakoto. Again, really.
Of course. Oh, one more question. The name, Paige. Are you happy with that?
I like it.
Very well.
I think I'm gonna keep it. It's pretty.
Continue to consider. You happen to remember anything of your past life?
Mm.
You may find the name that you once had may suit you better. But for now, I'm happy that you find the name suitable. It was just a name I was trying to come up with in the moment, something to call you. That way we didn't have to keep calling you you.
It's better than Gamma.
Certainly better than a bunch of letters and numbers that don't mean anything.
I actually... They didn't not mean anything.
Hmm. Well,
But I think that those answers may be found within whatever database you were able to pull from. But for what I can promise you, one of the few things I can recall was others that were like us had P dash a number and then that symbol. But yes,
then Paige it is.
I much prefer that. Thank you, Sakato.
I'm going to make my way back. But I'll send you a message in the morning, and we can make our way to the shrine.
I'll see you tomorrow then. Mom, my home's right there, so I'll watch you go. Be safe, okay?
I'll just disappear if somebody decides to give me trouble. I'll just
I
forget
forgot you could do that.
I'll just forget I was there. Or at least not know where I went. Matane.
Night. I'll send you a message later. And there we have it. Almost 3 hours of Yap RP. Well, this was important. It was Yap RP, but this is... Oh, God, where's my drink? This was important because the character is brand new. So we needed to try to get her established and get a direction for her going. So now on the weekend, when Meat Rack pops up for reals, we can take some of the scenes that we've had and jump in with it. Also, this was an offer by Oblivious, so I'm super thankful for it. Wait, fuck, no, you're drowning me. God damn it. Fuck. Okay. I'm gonna respawn here. 1 second. Ooh. Okay, fine, chill. Hold on, fuck. Oh my god. Okay. One sec, my chat. Oh, my chat hates me and wants me to drown myself in my water, so give me a second. I'm gonna throw goat the entire Yeti cup. Oh wait, shit, there's no water in here. Fuck. I gotta go grab some. I gotta grab water.
Yeah, I'll drink. I'll drink to that. I'll drink for you.
Well, okay, I've had a lot of hydrate redeemed, so like I have an entire Stanley cup right here that I'm gonna have to go run, fill up with water, come back, and then drink it all like right now. So give me a second. Oh god. Did you have fun?
Yeah, it was nice.
That went for a while. I'm sorry. I don't know if you were anticipating it to go that long. I'm so sorry.
Not quite that long, because it is now almost 2 a.m. But you know,
Yeah.
that's fine. That's perfectly all right.
I appreciate it. Trust me.
I did hyperfixate on a model that I didn't need to work on all fucking afternoon. So, you know, us starting really fucking late because I then needed to eat and take a nap was entirely my fucking fault.
We got there when we got there, and I hope that it was worth it in the end.
We got to it when we got to it. That's fine, you know, it's one of those things where, you know, I imagine Sakota's just kind of like, she's sitting in her room for most of the day, you know, doing her thing, or, you know, like, studying something.
It was great.
Or, you know, she's done some exercise, now she's just kind of resting and kind of contemplating and disassociating like she tends to do, and starts getting more messages from the from the weird glowing chick from the other day, and it's just like,
The heck? It's messaging me again.
Boy, get ready for more.
Okay. Sure.
You made the foolish mistake of helping her. Fool.
you brought this fate upon yourself. But yeah.
Oh man. If you give me 1 second, I'm gonna go quickly fill up my water and then drown it on stream.
Understandable.
I'll be right back if you wanna yap to your chat for a bit. Oh my god, give me 1 second. Oh fuck. Ugh, fuck. Okay. Oh boy, here we go. Oh, okay, I'm back. I got the water. You guys. I think it was that A Few Good Men where he's like, you fucking people. Oh boy, here we go. Oh, it's a good RP. Holy fuck, you guys did a lot of hydrate redeems. Oh god. You made a comment about you wanting to wake up in the middle of the night and you just, oh fuck. You know how many times I did that in boot camp? Always before a PT test. No! Oh fuck. Oh. Oh fuck me. You guys are insane. No, please. I just finished it. Oh fuck. Whole Stanley Cup down. Not in one pull, but damn.
Damn.
Oh.
Damn, bitch.
Quote chat. They want me to wake up in the middle of the night and need to piss like a racehorse. Fuck.
God.
They hate me. Want me to die.
They hate you and want you to die.
God damn. Yeah, expect some messages tonight. Nothing too crazy, of course. This was a big deal. Negative did mention like when they were finished with D&D they could come and join us. I could not get a message back to them. I also, wasn't sure what was going to be going on here, but definitely
Yeah.
definitely expecting to do some stuff in the future. This was a big scene, a big important scene. Thank you. I think some of the stuff discussed here is really helping to push forward stuff like that, so I appreciate it. Yeah, so we'll get out of here. You need to like sleep, not just nap. I
I'll
need to sleep.
Eventually.
Oh god. I'm gonna
Someone pointed out, because I don't know if you happen to spot it, but we gave her such a good name. We were able to turn it into a wonderful pun. The stream title today.
I saw your stream title today. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're working on another map?
Yeah.
Another one?
Otherwise, Ruin Paladin was saying this, and I think this might be true. I feel Paige has some form of separation anxiety.
I think that's fair. I think
And if not like a separation anxiety, definitely like a form of sort of like
Like a
anxiety
dependency.
concerning like like there is a dependency on people being around her. Like you can hear it in her voice when she talks to people.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah, it's
that sort of like need to reinforce like, hey, I'm happy that you're here. Please be here. You know, that
yes.
sort of like that desire to be like, hey, please don't leave me here. And I honestly I feel like that's why Sakoto has been so immediately fucking receptive.
She's
Because Sakoto has also quietly had that in the back of her brain. She just doesn't verbalize it.
mhm.
You know, that like, please don't leave me alone. Please don't leave me here.
It's tough because she's stuck in a catch-22, and she feels like she struck gold in a way. Not like she wants to use or, abuse Sakoto or anyone, of course, but she woke up and the first like real visceral memory she had was, holy fuck, okay, who are you people? And then like you can go back to last stream, the mission, and see like she got up, looked around, was like, who are you people? Like you don't look like, Penny talked to her a little bit and she was kind of like, and then the fucking monster in the hallway just bullhorned, and it was like, oh fuck, whoever these people are, they could put me in an ice bath and steal my kidney afterwards, but I gotta stick with them. And then they didn't, and not only did they not, but she's like alone, she has like no one she can really reach out to, so the people that are here and they are reaching out to her, it is a little bit of that fear of being alone again and thinking about all like what could have happened. So
They're a
it's like
effectively.
a nice person who's a psionic and has opened or offered to help her. It's like, fuck, like if I don't take this opportunity, like what's gonna happen? And then there's so much. So yeah, I would say that it's very fair to state that she could have something wrong with her, like some kind of maybe issues that she herself needs to work with. And I think honestly it'll come with confidence. She's
Oh god.
she's as basic as they come right now. No armor, no magic, no guns.
Yeah. No,
She
it's okay.
Yeah, so
It's okay. Sakoto struggles with the same exact fucking problem. It's why, like, even though she is, quite frankly, has plenty of potential as a scion, she fucking sucks because she lacks confidence. It is one of the major things that McKay has poked at her about, and has literally been like, "You need an ego. You need to be a little bit full of yourself. You need to have that confidence to know that you are as powerful as you have the
I'm tired,
potential
guys.
to
We're gonna be
be."
trying to get some sleep here soon. Yeah, it's I think that's where it'll come, where she can, in one way or the other, whether she gets like some abilities or whether she is finally able to hone in on her psionics and maybe get a little bit of a means for her to defend herself. I think once she's able to kind of get into a bit of a rhythm and the familiarity comes in and she's able to kind of get into a loop and she's able to get more acclimated, I think it'll help her. But for right now, yeah, no, she is yeah. She looks to you, Haruka, and she even did a little bit with Catherine today, and that's kind of where Catherine's like, hey, I'm sorry, I just got a lot going on, blah blah blah. And I think that's why she told her, like, I know it's super early, I'm sorry, I can't help it. Catherine helped me to be like, shit, I think I'm doing too much too quick. But then on the opposite side of things, she's super grateful, but she's very realistically like, where am I going to live? I don't have a shower. I don't have a laundry machine. What am I going to do about X, Y, Z? What if I do want to go somewhere else? I can't defend myself. There's chemicals in the water down below, and they're making the ball cultists gay. They're trying to murder us.
Oh my fucking god, you did not. Son of a bitch.
So, well, it's just all this to go to say, like, yeah, you're in a world that's really scary. You are unarmed. You have no idea how to control your powers, and your options are super limited, and these people are here and they are offering to give you a hand, and she's like, fuck, please don't leave.
What's really fucking crazy to me is that is basically a really, really, really similar situation to what Sakura was coming in from. Now,
Oh,
granted,
wow.
Sakura wasn't coming in from being, on ice for, 25 years.
I don't know if we'll go to Orlando,
She was
Sokka.
coming
We'll
in
see.
as a little 19-year-old fucking orphan who had abandonment issues and
Aw.
felt alone in the world. Was told, hey, by the way, you can't stay here anymore. You've blown up people too many times. It's time for you to go to the Zafira and go find a job and a house for yourself because we can't keep you here. So she was just sort of airdropped into the fucking Zafira with no armor, no weapons, no powers, and just was generally anxious about fucking everything. It got to the point where she would go. You've heard of the Purple Lotus, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So she would struggle to sleep because the noises of the city, like, sort of were perturbing to her, like, gunshots and cars and all that kind of shit going
Yeah.
off constantly, and the distant advertising, that kind of stuff, just making it difficult for her to sleep. She would go to the Purple Lotus, and because it was really, like, sort of dark and kind of like mood lighting in certain areas of the original Purple Lotus, she would go there and she would sleep
What map are you working on, by the way, Morcane? Another one?
because it was nice and
Like
dark
outside,
and generally
inside?
a little bit
Like where?
calmer. Inside the
Okay.
Purple Lotus. Like, she would there were a couple of times where there were actually a couple of times where people thought that I was out of character asleep in the lobby, and they would come by and be like, "Hey, Oblivious," and I'm like, "I'm not asleep.
Oh,
My
goodness.
character is asleep. I'm not, though."
They're
Don't
just
worry.
there. Yeah.
She's just an eepy little goober.
Yeah.
But yeah, she would fall asleep at the tables, and she'd just be like,
God, I don't know.
fucking
I don't know
dead
if this
tired.
character would have, if it wasn't for like Haruka and Sakoto, I don't know where this character would be like actually staying right now, straight up. Like, I'm sure there might have been something, but man, like,
I mean, if it hadn't been for the Whisperers doing saving her life and then her stumbling upon
it's an outside. Oh, you're
Ashura,
working on an outside map, a big one.
on
Go.
her way to the back to her hotel,
Mm-hmm.
she very well may not have ever gotten into Aegis
Oh wow.
and would never have had a thing. Cause yeah, look at this little fucking goober.
Server processing. I love server processing.
Server processing, my beloved.
Oh wow. Hey,
She's so tiny.
we are the same fucking height.
She's short.
Roughly, I
because
think.
Actually, do you have heels on?
I do have heels on, actually. Fuck.
Okay, because I have really, really thick boots. Because she's wearing, like, what do you call it? Like, hand-me-downs.
Mhm.
So yeah, she's slightly shorter than you, I think, roughly.
I think so.
She had a big old fucking head. That was my first version of her power.
Baba booey.
Yeah, Baba Booey. It was very bad.
Oh man.
But yeah, she was just this fluffy little goober.
Bobby.
Little Bobby.
Bobby.
Wearing a bunch of hand-me-down clothes. The only thing of hers that was actually hers was her scarf.
Oh.
Yeah, her mom made the scarf. She doesn't wear the scarf anymore. She keeps it in her room. She keeps it at home.
I'll admit.
Her mother made it.
Oh. I was gonna say, speaking of clothes, there was a little bit of a reason behind this this specific kind of outfit, and it was totally to show off like
Oh, absolutely.
the stuff in
I
its
could tell.
entirety. Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. It was like, fuck,
Absolutely.
Negative and I took too much time trying to make it look good, and it's like, you know what? Here we go. So here's the obligatory stuff, but it's not always going to be like
Future
this.
outfits.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, future
Yeah, I
efforts are
know.
gonna be different, but
Oh,
like,
yeah. Well, I mean, admittedly, I mean, Sakura with all of her markings, yeah, of course I'm going to try to show up as many
yeah,
of them as I can in different spots, so I have different outfits where different parts of her body are showing.
there's things that like we specifically want to see if people would pick up on, like how some of the parts on them look like they're like handprints, like
Hands.
yeah,
Yeah, I
hands like on
noted
the
that.
body. So
I know what that means.
ooh, so it's like being able to actually like show that off and give people an opportunity to take a look. But yeah, absolutely.
I also see that that funny little mark on the spine.
Oh, do you? Oh, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, on the barcode.
Even I don't fully know what it means. So, we get to learn together.
Yeah.
I do love the marking, so on her they were really good. But yeah.
I've hand drawn these like 3 or 4 times now.
Oh my god.
It usually takes me anywhere from like 6 to 10 hours to hand draw all of them.
Holy
And then I do
shit.
weird shit like this.
Like oh yeah, the coloration.
Yeah, they're discolored and warped wherever she's been
Her
has severe scarring.
yeah.
They're harder to see around her neck, but the ones around her neck and like on her arms as well
They're, like,
are also
lighter,
that brighter
yeah.
magenta.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're that brighter magenta.
I love this. This is
Definitely
so
see
cool.
this one a lot better.
Yeah, this one's really cool. I love this. I need to go in and like now we get to do the fun part. Development. I mean, thankfully I'm not playing it.
Development and playing dress up
Yep.
with our dolls.
Yep. Absolutely. So it's like okay. Now it's like
Yeah,
get to
just,
sit down.
Dress up with our Barbie dolls.
Get to sit down, do crunch time, and look at like where I would actually like to go in terms of Silex for the character, and be like, okay, what can we like, what could we do that would feel good, without trying to like
There we go.
dip into the realms of like OP and BS like that. So, yes, she looks so good at the the auction.
Yeah, pretty lady.
I love this. I kept staring at you a little bit and being like, "It's Sodor. She up there.
Yo, Bobo.
It's Sodor, the island of Sodor." All right.
How dare you? How dare you? How dare you fucking reference goddamn Thomas the motherfucking tank engine in front of me? And think you could fucking get away with it, okay? I had the traintism when I was a
I
child,
did
okay?
too.
I was obsessed.
I
with
was
trains.
too. I learned how to say their names before I could say mine.
I had so many of the little wooden.
I did as well.
huts.
Yes, I did
Oh
as
my
well. I have so many. They're at my parents' house, obviously, right now. But yeah, I had
I
a
don't
shit
even
ton of
know
them.
where mine ended up eventually, because a lot
Fuck.
of my old stuff got passed on to my brothers.
Yeah, I knew. My parents would tell me, they're like, man, I was a kid and I could name so many of them by heart just as like
Yep.
barely a toddler. And it's like, yeah, I guess so. But yeah, so. All right, I think I'll wrap up and tap out here. It's late. I'm tired. I'm sure you're out of it too. You try to rest. You said you're gonna try to help your sleep schedule, and it's 3 a.m.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, this is normal for me. I'm a night owl. I will stay up until like 4 to 5 a.m. Normally. Me falling asleep at like 9 p.m. several nights ago because I was feeling like shit, and
Yeah.
because the night before I did not sleep properly because of my stomach and my back giving me so many problems.
Mm-hmm.
So, speaking of, I think I probably need to go take more medication.
In that case, I'll wrap up my stream. I'll get out of here, and it's gearing up to where. True. Really true.
Pretty women. Ow. Anyways,
Yeah. Have a good night, Bibis.
I'm also gonna go wrap up.
Oh god, I'm gonna wrap up and I'm gonna pop out of here and flop into bed. Good night, Iris. Oh, shit. I think she forgot to say goodnight. I'm sorry.
She did.
Oh, did she?
She
Okay.
said goodnight. Yeah, she said goodnight, and then like Sakura was being super awkward about it and was like, uh. Okay, bye.
Alright. Good night, Bibis. Thank you. Okay, guys. Do you guys notice how fucking spooky the meat racks, like, ambient sound is? This shit's scary. So, we're gonna wrap up. Alright. That was incredible. That was... So, I'm not used to being brought in out of RP lobbies to do scenes. This is one of the first few times I've been offered or invited in a very long time to do kind of a non RP day social kind of thing, or not social, but like a meeting like this. This is something that Oblivious and a bunch of the Meat Rack crowd likes to do to kind of help with showing more stuff in scene or on screen. It's not even being a boomer. It's just there's usually either can't, because like in Wardens, for example, it's day by day. So like I guess if you really wanted to do something, you'd have to say it would either happen like in the morning or at night. So you'd have to go to the map and set it to nighttime, and you can't really play out the time. I've done it I think once or twice in PL. But really again it's like I haven't done it in Eden, haven't done it in some of these other lobbies. So it's like being able to be on and just have like a one-on-one was really nice, and I'm really grateful for it. So the reason this happened, I promise we're not going to yap for too much longer, I promise. The reason this happened was because Oblivious said that the first couple of weeks when it comes to having a new character are super important, and I totally agree with that. And for a little while, I've had a idea for what I wanted to do with this character, but I hadn't had a chance to sit down with some of the, because I of course role plays collaborative, so I wanted to have some of the characters like Sakoto and Haruka. I want them all to be involved with this character and to help with their developmental process, obviously. So having them there was a huge deal, and I'm sad I wasn't able to get back to negative. We're just rolling with the scene. I've been really anxious about my internet and my monitors all night. But yes, so there will be scenes. There will be a scene with Haruka. I think that one might be a little bit later. I'm gonna talk to them though and see what's up. Also, what's up, Turtle? But yeah, I'll wait for get Turtle's suggestion. Yeah. This was a really lots and lots of fire. So if I would like to talk and get some suggestions while we're there and kind of figure out the boundaries a little bit, because this is a brand new role. Psionics obviously have never done before, so this is a really big deal for me. And I don't want to overdo it. I don't think I would overdo it too quick. I plan to have her pretty focused in the beginning. So, like, I guess scale for development is something I'd like to go over with some people, because I don't want her to blink and have powers. I don't want her to blink and have powers or like a mastery of things. I want it to be, I don't want to say a painfully slow process, obviously, but I want it to feel good. I want it to feel organic. I want to feature it all. I want to feature the journey. If a big thing happens, I want to be able to show every step that happens. I mean, we don't have to sit there and have meditation RP for hours on end. Obviously, some of that stuff can happen off screen, but like when a breakthrough happens, when a big success happens, when a failure happens, I want to show that. And I'm reliant. Oh, I say reliant, but part of it is being with people like Sakoto, Haruka, and you know some of the also amazing people like Eddie's Catherine that were able to or willing to tell her about things that I mentioned today. So you know this character is really what the other players make of her, and so far it's been fantastic, and I am super looking forward to see what happens next. So with that being said, we've yapped for a few hours, so let's look to move on with our night and get on out of here. So, thank you all so much for watching. And as far as the docket goes, we got PL tomorrow as a reminder for PL. This is not next Wednesday in character. In character, this is last Saturday. So it is the day after. It is the day after of last Friday's events. So we are rolling right from day one, right from Saturday or Friday into Saturday in character. So remember that when we get in there, they'll probably give us a reminder tomorrow for PL. Thursday, don't know. Not expecting much, but I wasn't expecting this today, so we'll see. Friday is PL, obviously. Saturday and Sunday will hopefully be Meat Rack. So yeah. Hope you guys had fun. Hope you guys enjoyed. We got to break out an outfit for Paige. I actually have to give her a couple of outfits at this point because she has received like some various hand-me-downs and whatnot from people. So gonna throw her in some outfits and get her some things. Maybe would like to find her a Shrine Maiden outfit. I think that'd be cute. But yeah. So I will be we'll be right back at it, and then before you know it, we'll be right back to the winter festival for Wardens next Monday. So yeah. Hope you guys had fun. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you to Oblivious again for help offering to do this and still being willing to do this late. And thank you guys for tuning in and sticking around for this late. Yeah, so have a good night, guys, and I'll be seeing you for PL tomorrow. Good night, Hoots.